adolescente. ¿Por qué eligió esa perspectiva de comedia, aun sabiendo de que quizás podía ser una cosa un poco crítica?
Thank you for asking that. I think I think teenage pregnancy has been dealt with in a melodramatic way before. So I thought I would come at it from a different perspective, simply because nobody had. I guess I just wanted to tell a positive story, a story about a person working through a crisis, and doing so in a positive way. And I like to make light of everything. I'm just an irreverent person, so teenage pregnancy was probably the least offensive subject I could choose to make comedic.
Últimamente en las mejores comedias norteamericanas, no en las comedias del montón, los guionistas son los que las hacen suelen conseguir que haya varias lecturas. Una a la que solo llegan los niños, otra que es un poco más elevada para los adolescentes y un lenguaje que solo es comprendido por los adultos. ¿Usted lo ha intentado en Juno o lo ha pretendido así en Juno?
With Juno, I wanted to try and kind of capture the vernacular of American teenagers, the sort of specific language that they use with each other. And at the same time, I was sort of inventing a lot of the language. I think the language of Juno is specific to the film, as opposed to being an accurate representation of how teenagers or how adults talk today.
Hola, Juno es una niña, una adolescente extraordinaria en todos los sentidos. Habéis dibujado un personaje que se salva de la situación en la que está por ser como es, por estar llena de madurez. ¿Creéis que un adolescente no podría enfrentarse a ese problema y salir airoso si fuera una persona más de verdad?
I would hope that somebody could come out of that situation, positively. I know people that have. I think Juno, for all her maturity and bravado and all those qualities that she exhibits on the surface, I think is also very vulnerable. And I think you see a lot of that fear and vulnerability shining through later on in the film, due in no small part to the performance of Ellen Page, who is excellent at conveying that kind of humanity.
En este sentido podríamos hablar también acerca de la presencia escénica tan poderosa de esta joven actriz, a la que ya habíamos podido ver en una película que posiblemente hayáis visto, que es Hard Candy, una película, podríamos llamar, de terror, pero bueno, que se escapa también a las convenciones del género. Me gustaría saber si tiene información acerca de si su papel en Hard Candy influyó a la hora de darle este papel.
Yeah, Jason Reitman, the director, and I, we were both huge fans of Ellen and Hard Candy. And it wasn't so much that we saw parallels between the character of Haley in Hard Candy and the character of Juno. Actually, it just, to me, the way that she handled Hard Candy showed that she can handle just about anything. It's a very challenging part. And she also kind of just has that intelligence and that edge that we knew Juno needed to have. So Ellen was an incredibly easy choice for us to make. We knew that she had the right soul to be Juno.
Háblenos de usted como guionista. ¿Cómo llegó a meterse en este mundo? Sabemos que tiene un pasado del que siempre se hace referencia cuando se habla de usted, y también de su relación con Reitman.
Okay. First, to address Jason Reitman, he's my favorite director. He's an incredible person and a great artist. Not a lot of writers get to be included in the production process. Screenwriters are typically cast aside. I was very lucky in this case because Jason is a very generous collaborator, and he involved me in the process from beginning to end, and I will always be grateful for that. As for my backstory, I used to be a stripper. Everybody knows that, and I think I might have the most unconventional path to screenwriting of anybody I've ever met, because this wasn't even something I set out to do. I had been writing about stripping in the sex industry, and a producer from Hollywood got in touch with me and said, I think you're really funny, you should try writing a script, and so I did, and that little writing exercise became Juno. So it's all been very serendipitous, and